EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 13 carries, 121 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
This pass out wide to Hall. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Steelers are 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Now a carry for Allen. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
4 yards.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darnell Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Stroud looking to throw. It's caught. Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction, Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
You look at this Steeler defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Throwing again is Stroud. Caught by Wilson. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. He'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
New York set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Hall again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Option play, here's Hall. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the quick.
On the draw, it's Hall. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The tight end in motion right. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Now Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. 3rd down and 13. Now back to throw. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score it on a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walsh. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Allen. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. A solid stiff arm. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
That's good for a Jets. 1st down. and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the counter, it's Hall. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams chalk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Stroud. Complete. Smith has it. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
They run it with Hall off the option. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Stroud now to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
The Jets, first down.
Ball on to give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Stroud. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stroud keeps it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Jets. First down.
Here we go, let's go.
First and goal at the 8.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Back to throw, here's Stroud. But he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Brings up second and 10.
18.
Stroud looking to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Jets First down. First and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. He's across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down.
Here's a give to Hall. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, right back to Hall. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Option right. Here's Stroud. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A handoff for Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and 9.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And a pretty quick burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run on second down, trying to cover.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.